Oh my god, I can't believe this. I am now speaking to the boys of Why Don't We? Hi boys!
Hello!
Congratulations, by the way, on Fallin.
Thank you very much, yeah.
And before we talk about the song, before we talk about Why Don't We's new stuff, you guys took quite a long break. Last song was in December, and then there was a 9-month break. Finally dropped the song in September. Wow, how was that like? How was that hiatus, that break like for you and the rest of the boys?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we really went on the break thanks to our fans. They started tweeting at us, you know, y'all deserve a break. And it had been 3.5 years of straight touring. And they started noticing we were really dragging by the end of tour. You know, it takes it out of you when every day you're doing a show, you wake up, you do interviews.
New city, hop on a flight.
Yeah, you fly 12 hours and then it's a new time zone. And it really, I mean, as much as you love it and the adrenaline is kind of keeping you alive, the second we got off the road, I swear I slept for a week straight.
Yeah.
I mean, we were exhausted, but we needed this time too, I think, and I think it was meant to happen because the album we made with this time is special in that we never had this much time to think about who we wanted to be, what we wanted to sound like, how we wanted to make the music. And this is the first music we wrote and produced on our own, given the time we finally had. So it's, you know, it's really special what happened in these 9 months.
Was this like the longest break you guys ever had since the start of Why Don't We?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The longest break we had prior to this was like maybe a month. Maybe I mean no, we were recording 8 Letters album.
Maybe 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, like I remember the only time that we ever really got home with nothing to do was ever like a week at a time, and it was a couple times a year. So it's very much on the grind. But it was, I mean, I wouldn't take any second of it back. It was so great.
Okay, finally, let's talk about your latest song, Fallin. You know, it's a song that you guys finally came up with after 9 months of no new music. How did that one came out? Was it at the start of your hiatus, or was it in the middle, or in the end?
We actually came up with Fallin last. We thought that the album was done when Fallin came kind of out of nowhere. I was on the way to the studio to finish the last song with the guys, and the melody sort of popped into my head, and I walked in and was like, I know we thought we had the album, but we should really think about this song. And I just kind of hummed it to them, and everyone was like, yeah, we need to write this. So we wrote it in the studio, kind of just told everyone that we were recording with like, hey, we need a second, and finished it in like an hour. And we came out and played it for them, and everyone was like, all right, we need to finish this. And later that night I produced it, and we were done with it the next day. I mean, it literally was done in a day.
Was this the shortest time you guys took to ever write a song?
Yeah, I think it was the one that the shortest we've ever done. Like it was so crazy. It was so crazy because it was the last song we wrote for the album. So when we finished writing Fallin, we had finished writing the album. So it was like a double whammy of like, oh man. And the fact that it just like flowed out so naturally, like there was no hesitation at all writing the record. It was like every line would just spill out, and it all felt so perfect. And I think it was like the only song on the album that we made no corrections to. Recorded it, like we were like, yes, this is it. This is exactly how we want it to sound, and let's put it out into the world.
Okay, to finish off our interview today, maybe you guys can tell us what are the top things to look forward to for your upcoming album.
I would say get ready for a bunch of different vibes meshed together. And I would also say get ready for our tour that is hopefully going to happen next year.
Oh man, I would say what's coming is the most honest and genuine music that we've ever written and have ever been a part of in our lives. And it's the most excited that we've been about any body of work, that we've ever been a part of as well. And I think it's going to introduce, another side of us that people haven't seen or heard. And I'm really excited for that. And I think people are going to love it.
I would say get ready for some craziness. I think we've grown into the artists that we really dreamed of being. And I honestly feel like we kind of, with this break, we're able to skip a lot of time that we would have been on the road for, and we learned so much in these 9 months that I'm just excited for the world to see, you know, what we've become in this time.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Corbin, for your time, and hope to see you guys in Malaysia soon. Alright, guys?
Thank you, Keanu.